Rapid Cargo sponsors the Kubi Springer Show. Welcome back to the Kubi Springer Show, sponsored by Rapid Cargo. And our guest in the studio is features writer Joanna Abayi. Joanna, hello, she says. We've got some people who've been writing in.
Okay.
They've been sending us their emails, their Twitter, their Facebooking us. Okay. Do you mind answering some questions?
No problem.
Okay, let's go to David in Brand Central.
Hey Kubi, we've had a phenomenal response from the viewers. Here at Brand Central, we want to thank you for all your questions. Please continue to send them in and we'll try and answer as many as possible. We'll start off with Kwesi from Stoke. He says, as a budding feature journalist, I found it difficult to get into big events without credentials. Do you have any advice?
Okay, that's an interesting question. No credentials, wants to get into events.
I think probably the best advice, that's always going to be a problem. Sometimes even on a bigger title you don't necessarily get into an event. It depends on the sort of coverage the PR will want for that event and where they want to place or see their event. So not always does it mean that because you're on a massive title that you're always going to get in. You probably are more likely to get in, but it's not always definite. That's something I actually learned. I also would say that if you're trying to get into an event and you don't necessarily have a big brand that you're working on, the best thing to do is to think about why you want to be at that event. If you have a reason that there's a person that's going to be there, so say some talent that's going to be there and you want to get that particular story, then the best thing to do is to try and, I would say, pitch to a magazine or a newspaper first about an idea that you have, and then go to the PR and say, okay, so I've got this idea, I've pitched it, they're interested in it, can I come along and see what I can get at this event, and will there be opportunity to speak to this particular person that would be great for this feature? I think that's one way of doing it.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, it's not about the event, it's about selling papers, so the story's key, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't just go to events because you enjoy going to events.
Basically, so that's the big question, and a PR will know if someone just wants to go and hang out with, if there's some celebrity there, just hang out with celebrities. A PR doesn't want that. They want someone, obviously as a PR your job is to secure coverage, isn't it? So if you're going to have journalists come down, you want the best journalists that are going to come down and do your client the justice, if you see what I mean.
Absolutely.
So, and it's all about their representation. So, and if it doesn't go to plan, obviously that comes back on that PR.
Absolutely.
So you need to have some sort of concept and idea.
Absolutely. Brilliant. That's a really good, very good answer. Remember, those of you out there that are doing PRs, Joanna rightly said, it's about the story. Selling papers, business, equates to money. David, next question, hon.
Yes, we got one from Agnes from London. She says, how do I go about selling my article to publications?
That's a funny question, really, because selling an article that's already been written, it's quite forward-thinking to have an idea and write an article specifically for a magazine and then say, I've written this. You have no harm in kind of doing that and then sending it into a features editor and saying, I've written this for you, what do you think of it? Usually, though, how it works is you have an idea, a fully formed idea, you would have a head, a stand first, an intro, you would line up some case studies that you think are relevant for it, some experts that you may speak to, the research that you would have done, so you can see that it's a story that's kind of needed or would be wanted. And then you need to think about why now, why should that publication want it now? Then you need to think about why does that publication want that story in particular? And then why are you the best person to do that story, let's say, over somebody else? And if you can answer those three questions and give a really good, strong, fully formed idea, and pitch that instead, then the features ed or commissioning ed will commission that article or feature for you to write. Then it's better to do it that way than waste time writing lots of features and then they're not necessarily getting commissioned. Unless, of course, you have a blog where it can go up anyway and then you just get yourself known for your own opinion piece, for example.
Excellent.
But, yeah.
Excellent. I think that's a good answer. Some people sometimes don't understand what a press release is, so it's quite nice that you've broken down what's needed. And going back to what you said earlier about working at Cosmo, it's also understanding who the audience is for that particular publication.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
Definitely.
Excellent. All right, brilliant. Well, for those of you at home, please make sure you keep your questions coming in via email, Twitter and Facebook. Of course, all the information, as usual, is on the screens right now. Joe, I want to do something with you that I do with all my guests that sit there, and it's the elevator pitch. Yes,
Okay.
if I had £1 million or 1.3, and I was going to give that to you to increase yourself or maybe one of the businesses that you're associated to, what would you say to me in just 30 seconds to get the money?
Oh my goodness. This is probably going to be terrible, but I'd probably say something like, I am the founder of Shine Media. We champion diversity in the media industry. If you want to sell more magazines or if you want to sell more newspapers, you need to cater to the diverse audience that you're trying to reach. If you were to give me some money, we can invest it in the sort of people who would be able to cater to those audiences. I don't know how good that is.
I quite like that. No, I thought that was very good.
Really terrible, but there you go.
No, I loved it. Now, if you guys at home thought that you have an elevator pitch, that you've got an idea that if you saw a big investor that you were just dying to do business with, what would you say to them in just 30 seconds? Well, we went out on the streets to find out what a few people had to say. Let's take a look.
Why wouldn't you take my business card? I have great leadership qualities. I've run teams. I'm deputy head boy for my school. I've organised functions such as in my school we had a fundraising function where I raised £400. From the age of year 6, I've been selling sweets in the playground. I have a will to achieve. So that's why you should take my business card.
You should take my business card because I'm a very hard-working, successful at what I do kind of person. I believe that if something's there to be done, I can do it.
You should take my business card because I'm a confident person. I strive to be the best at everything I can be. And also, I take direction very well.
I'm the founder of University Gospel Choir of the Year. Not only am I a first-class graduate, do I have 480 UCAS points, I've been awarded the NACES Awards, I've been backed by Boris Johnson, Mayor of London, been backed by the Director of Arts for London, I have been profiled as a top 30 future leader, and just feel that this is a fantastic opportunity. So please, my business card.
Well, those were great-ish. A little bit, a big bit. What do you guys think? Do you think you can do better? Do you have a brand that you want to promote? Is there something that you simply have to tell us about? Do you want to tell the whole world about you and your business? If so, send in your 30-second elevator pitches and you might be able to win £100 courtesy of Rapid Cargo. All you need to do to get involved is email your videos to us at info@kubispringer.com and maybe, just maybe, you might be winning £100 this month. To assist you with your pitches, as always, I've got my top tips on the website. You can go and check it out. All the W's, kubispringer.com. So go get pitching. Now, if you fancy a treat and you're a little bit like me and you think that you should be, pampered just a little bit, given something nice, bit of freebies, well, we've got a competition of the week. Let's go check it out. This month, be inspired and win one of 10 copies of my book, What is Fabulous? Full of insights from inspirational women. Just answer this simple question. Which 1990s sitcom starred Joanna Lumley and Jennifer Saunders? Was it A, Ridiculously Fabulous, B, Exceptionally Fabulous, or C, Absolutely Fabulous? Text your answers to A4010, beginning with OTV, Kubi, and your answer A, B, or C. Text costs £1.50 each plus the standard network rate. Entrants must be 18 or over. For further terms and conditions, go onto the website competitions page www.otv.co.uk/competitions. This competition closing date is on Thursday the 31st of March 2011. Entries made after the closing date will not be entered but may be charged. Joanna, the section of the show where I get to find out about the lady behind the brand. So in this case, the lady behind the brand Cosmopolitan and Pride magazine and big faces and big stories.
Okay.
Yes, I've got some questions for you. To quote L'Oreal, what makes someone worth it?
Everybody's worth it.
I like that.
Everybody deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to be successful. Everybody's worth it.
I like that. Everybody's worth it. I like that. And last but by no means least, Joanna, who or what inspires you?
My mum, my dad, my brother, my sister, my friends, my colleagues, and the young people that I work with at Shine Media. When I see them start to believe in themselves a bit more and push boundaries, push through doors, accomplish their own dreams, I find that really inspiring. and kind of at the end of all the different things that I do, like say an event, or if I provide someone with a mentor, and then they come back and say, if it wasn't for that opportunity, I wouldn't have been able to do this, or I wouldn't have had the confidence to go for that. That's probably the thing that I strive to hear, really, to be honest.
That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, no, it's all, thank you for
Let
having
us
me.
know how Cosmopolitan progresses.
I will do.
Thank you very much. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you would like to find out a little bit more about Joanna or Shine Media, then make sure that you check out the website. All the information is on the bottom of the screens. Remember to keep Facebooking us and tweeting us with your business dilemmas, because we look forward to featuring more of you on this very show. You've been watching the Kubi Springer Show, courtesy of Rapid Cargo. This is the place where we inspire you to be your brand, shape your destiny, own it. See you next week. Rapid Cargo sponsors the Kubi Springer Show.